Okay, now it's recording. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so I guess for this homework, like I just sort of tried to combine um, two, uh, I guess like different projects together because I wanted to try to use, I guess I wasn't sure if we had to use the shape factory that he created or if we were supposed to implement something like that inside of there. Um, because I guess like the overall goals, and copy, I did make like, I just copied the homework file and then I just made like a Word document of it. Um, Let me see if I can open that.
Well, it does say to go ahead and use the what he had sent out.
The, oh, just the template that he made?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what it seemed like. So I don't know if we're supposed to just use the JSON file and then parse it in, or that's the thing that
You saw the new template, right?
there was another new one. I just saw the one that just said homework two.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
That's the one that I was using, and then it also looks like um uh for the try the whole goal of it is he says that there's like pretty much five things that we have to do. We have to add a new shape, add new properties, and then he says use the factory pattern to create shapes. And then he says rendering the object on the GUI, and then create UML diagram detailing your design. And then he said the new shape that we have to make is triangle, which really all it's doing is because they just said it's going to be an equilateral triangle, but
Uh-huh.
like that has to be done using the line shapes that were introduced like in the JSON. So it's just like, you know, um, you're just taking the line and then I guess just kind of like it's just going to create like another line or like copy it over to make like a triangle, if that makes
Hmm.
sense.
Hmm.
So that's what it seems like he wants us to do for that one. And yeah, in terms of where to start, I honestly really don't have any idea. Um,
So when you, I guess the first thing to think about is what to do adding that new class. So have you started? It doesn't. I don't see that you've yet added a triangle.
Not yet, because I was gonna try
Okay.
to bring in the factory, but I guess if I were to like add a new class, I guess for this one, I'll just put down E triangle because it's supposed to be an equilateral triangle. And then obviously this one I believe he probably wants us to extend uh, the shape class.
Right. Extends. And he also says implement eye shape.
I shape.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would just call it triangle because a square is still an equilateral rectangle. So just call it triangle.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll change that later. So then I guess the first thing that I'd have to do public square. I guess just implement these methods.
I also wonder if maybe he meant isosceles triangle.
Uh, what type of triangle?
Isosceles rather than equilateral. So the reason I say that, and I know that sounds ridiculous, but the reason I say that is
Hmm.
because everything we've been using is integers. And if we're going to build equilaterals, one of our sides is inevitably going to be a square root.
Hmm. I see. Well, is that what the properties of? Oops. Ah, get out of here. 'Cause what are the properties of an equilateral triangle? Okay.
So I think what you need to do for this is add 3 lines.
Yeah. Um, you mean add 3 lines to the JSON file, or
No, to this. So the properties would be 3 lines. It's not actually a shape in and of itself necessarily,
okay?
but in order to draw it, you have to draw the left line, the right line, and the bottom line.
So would this one be different? And instead of extending shape, would it extend line?
No, because it's not a line, it's a shape. And that shape, the properties of this, just like the circle has a center property, this has 3 lines that are the data within this.
Okay. So this one instead, public. So then would I even like I guess sort of make the parameters, but I still want to include the left, top, right, and bottom sections for this one? Or
Yes, because it extends shape, so it has to.
okay, that makes sense.
You also need to go ahead and um, so why don't you get your shape fully extended the way it should? So it looks like probably adding your draw method or your move method, or I don't know what all you've got that it's required to
Well, this
implement.
one I just have like an example of this shape. So
Oh, okay.
that's how it looks like he drew it, but I'm not sure if this is going to work.
Open up shape.
Shape.
Yeah. Don't move. Okay, down there. You see how on line 59, he's got an abstract method. You need to go ahead and add that to your triangle.
Public. So just add this method.
Yeah. You should be able, if you go into your triangle,
Mhm.
because it's got that error there, you should be able to click in one of those places and figure out what the error is and then resolve it. And I think that's one of them. I think the other is that because we changed it to triangle rather than,
Well, yeah,
um,
that's not. It's not going to like that.
can you rename the file or
Let's see. I think if I close it and then
I think you can refactor it or something.
yeah, rename compilation triangle and then it changes it to triangle.
Perfect. Okay.
So it already has that draw method, and then so I don't know if I add 3 lines, if it I'm pretty sure that it would just be taking like one line and then um, it would be taking like a line um, from the JSON file that's created, and I guess it would be making a triangle out of those. So whatever's introduced in that JSON file.
The JSON file still has the top, left, right, and bottom.
Yeah.
So it's got the height and the width. So I would say take those and make your 2 lines or make your 3 lines. So based on those values, then you'll have to find that midpoint. And so you'll have um, so maybe your data in here is a bottom line, a left line, and a right line.
Okay. So would those be?
And so I would declare them above your constructor, and then in your constructor you'll want to
Oh, I see. Do you mean like up here?
yes.
like just make it a private.
A private line, line bottom, private line left, private line right.
Then what would those? God dang! Why is this thing popping up?
So line will need to be capitalized and then make it line left, because if you make it just left, like make it L capital left or something, because left is already a property in shape.
So like L, like that.
Yes. Yeah, and then you can add all of them right there. You can add them all on the same line with commas.
Oh, just in this
Yeah.
entire one. So then
Yeah, you
just
might
make
as
it
well. Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Gotcha. So I just add those ones down there, and then I would have to create like a.
So in your constructor, you will, so you don't need a line top. It's just 3 lines.
So I wouldn't need. So I guess the top one's the one that just stays the same, and that's the one that doesn't.
Well, yeah, it's just, it's not a line. So now in in your constructor, you'll build line left.
So would that be? Oh, so that one says graphics G. So you mean
Not in your draw method, in your constructor. Yes,
over here? Oh, gotcha. And you
there
want
you go.
like add those all to here?
Nope. Put them, so go to the end of line 8 and after line 8. So now do L left equals a new line, and then pass what you need to do a new line. So we go left, top, right, bottom. So to pass the left, you'll just pass in left.
Or N left?
The right is going to be the midpoint between, or I'm sorry, top is next. So lines still have 4 input parameters.
It doesn't like that for some reason.
Go back into it. Yeah, now put a comma. Because this is you're calling at the left, you're calling the constructor for line. So the constructor for line still takes those 4 left, top, right, and bottom. So the left is going to match with the left. The right then is going to be the midpoint between the left and the right. So the top is going to be the same. So go ahead and put top. And then put a comma. Now the next one is going to be the midpoint between right and left. So do a parentheses and do left minus right, and then divide that by 2.
So this would be left.
I'm sorry, right minus left.
Oh, that's fine.
Because right should always be higher. And then divide that by 2. And then bottom will still be bottom as well.
So then this one would just be N.
Yep.
Bottom. Okay. And it looks like it likes that. So
Yeah. So you'll do the same for the right as well as the bottom.
So for this right, it would just be this. It would be the same, or
Yeah, you could copy it, and then just instead of in left being the same, you'll make that midpoint will be for right.
bottom. So this one would be left minus right.
No, 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 no. That one will just be n right.
Oh, so this one won't even have.
Right.
It would just have.
And right there. And then instead of n left, you'll copy that calculation there, that expression, and paste that into n left.
So
For that one.
for this one.
Right. Yes. So go up to line 9 and copy what your third parameter.
Do you
Not
mean
the
like?
whole thing, just the third parameter.
Oh, this one.
Yeah. Copy that and paste that as n left.
Uh,
Just on the right. Yeah, just copy there and paste on line 10 for n left.
on line 10. So this one just make N right.
No, 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 leave that.
Oh no.
Leave it, leave it, leave it. Okay, copy that.
Copy this.
Yep.
Okay.
Go to and left on the next line on line 10.
On this one. Oh, and then just, oh, I
Paste
see.
it right there. Yeah.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so then think about the bottom. It's not going to have any height, so our top and our bottom are going to be the same. So
Hmm.
you're going to pass bottom as both the top and the bottom.
So the top and the bottom is going to be
They're both going to be in bottom.
okay. So then this one obviously wouldn't have to do anything with the right.
Well, you'll still have to pass it.
So would I still?
Just pass right.
Oh, so just have right and not
Yeah,
have n minus.
right. Exactly.
Okay.
And then change in top. Pass in bottom instead of in top. That way we don't give it any height. It's just a flat.
I mean, like pass it like
Yeah.
this, and then just keep everything. So everything. Okay, I get what you're saying. So it's just gonna
Yeah.
have n left, and then bottom's just gonna be the same
Yeah.
for those parameters. Okay, that makes sense. But then when it draw, so these are just gonna be like the new lines. So obviously when it when I if I run that, so if I go to the homework template two, like this main one,
Uh huh.
then when it's asking, well, actually I think no, this is gonna be inside the parser because he changed it.
Okay.
So if I said like another object,
Yep. You'll put another after the line object before the exception class. Just put another if it equals.
assuming like over like down below here,
Yeah.
it'll
Yeah.
be another else if, and then
So you could just copy the line one, and then instead of saying line everywhere, just say triangle.
I don't know because triangle's not going to be added to the ASIN. That's the thing.
Not going to be added to what?
There's not going to be like a triangle. So like inside the JSON.
Uh huh.
Okay, that looks better. Like when we can't put like a triangle here. That was like part of the homework that he said that he didn't want us to do. So I guess if it finds like a line, like what my goal was, if it finds like a line like this,
Where
uh,
did he say not to add it to the JSON?
um,
Did he say that verbally?
he said inside. I can show you inside the homework what I mean. Here, actually,
Okay, I'm going to also share my screen and I'll show you why. Oh, somebody's got a chat going.
oh,
Let's go screen. Make sure I'm sharing the right one here. Okay. So right here, it says make sure to add these to your JSON accordingly, and he's got triangle right here.
oh, that's weird.
So I don't know what you're saying that he said not to add to the JSON.
I thought that he said something about he said the new shape to add, like at the top, where I'm pointing at, right below the bullet points. It says the new shape
Uh-huh.
to add is an equilateral triangle. It will be defined by left, top, right, and bottom to keep the parsing simple.
Yeah.
Its sides are defined by the bottom side being from the bottom left to top right. The left side is bottom. The right side, the triangle, while it can be extend shape and implement I shape, it should use composition for this homework that it should be composed of three line objects to form the sides. Think careful. Okay.
Oh, so maybe we don't use the same constructor. So go back to your triangle class.
The the triangle class, this one.
Yeah. The super. Don't call the super's constructor. just call the three. Um,
So don't call these ones,
right.
and then just call the ones at the bottom.
Yeah, just call those. Um,
Oh,
actually, maybe you have to. What error? What's the error giving you?
it says implicit superconstructor shape is undefined. Must explicitly invoke.
See?
I think you still do have to have a super because it's
Okay.
extending shape.
Right. I was just wondering if you override it. Can you override the constructor?
Let's find out. Uh, doesn't look like it.
Mm. Okay, go ahead and just undo and put the super back in.
Sure.
And then we just won't actually use the actual data members in the superclass. We'll just use the three lines when we're drawing.
Okay.
So that's what we need to do now probably is implement the draw method.
Yeah. And then the way that that's done, I guess if I just look at shape, it would have to be
Just call the draw method on those three lines. So do left dot draw.
left.draw.
Yeah. And then press G.
SG.
Yeah.
And then I would just do L right,
Yeah.
that draw. And this one's just going to be L bottom.
Yeah.
And then I don't know why he must have updated that because I swear, like I saw it yesterday and I didn't see all that information on it.
You need to. I think you've got a setting somewhere that has it to where you're unable to. I'm sorry, where we're unable to unmute our microphones. So if you can unmute everybody, they're apparently trying to talk and can't get through or something.
All right, that should possibly turn it off. Otherwise, I can just go to the camera thing and I'll just unmute everybody manually. I don't know. Everybody should be able to talk now.
Okay, Robert, try again.
Ah,
He's still having trouble. He's got his camera on, but he can't come off of mute.
um, it shouldn't. I don't think I have any of those on.
Excuse me. Um.
That's so weird.
Oh, that is weird. Okay, let me.
Yeah, it won't let me unmute anybody. Hmm.
Let's see. That's weird. I can. Okay, so Robert's gonna exit and try coming back in.
Okay. Hello?
Can you
Hi.
hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, now we can
All
hear you.
right, that worked.
Hi.
That was weird.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
So EJ, if you want to try the same thing, just back out and come back in. Sweet.
All right, that being said, how's it going for you guys?
Pretty good. Have you been following along?
I just came in,
Okay.
so
Well, I've been
uh,
recording this, so um,
oh, cool. It
everything.
doesn't seem like the second homework's very I don't know, not much going on. Kind of just adapt that template he gave us.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Hello.
Yay. Yeah, we can
Hi.
hear
All
you.
right.
Gotcha. So I guess you probably just had it. Did you have it set to where people were muted originally coming in?
I think I might have been set to that because I just turned it off, and then I
Okay.
thought that I could
Okay.
mute people. But
Cool.
whatever, it's a learning experience. I don't think we'll have issues next time.
Right. You
I can only hope.
got the hang of it. So yeah, cool. Um, so go
Sorry,
ahead
I'm
and
late, guys.
add shapes to your JSON.
Dang, this must have been. I was just gonna try to look at the homework because I think last time I looked at it, I didn't see this update where he said you can change the JSON file. It looks like it has a different schema to it, and I didn't see the color or other parameters to it. But
What are the rotation and the? Yeah.
oh,
So we've got to add those. So we have to. That's the properties he's talking about adding is the rotation and the color,
Correct.
Yeah.
as
You just
well
have
as
to
the
add them to the other ones as well.
and the X and the Y. So let's add those. Let's start by adding those to our um, superclass.
okay. So we should add. So if I go to shape, I should add the
So
color.
add those for yeah. Do X, Y, rotation, and color.
So would X and Y would still be a float, right?
I believe so.
And then
Rotation is also a float.
okay.
And then he said color is a 32-bit integer,
I'm not.
and there is a Java color class.
So it'd just be private.
Color. Yeah, with a capital C. Yeah.
Okay, so in his template, he's just defaulting colors for specific shapes.
So that just be. Would I just pass like a new color for that one?
Uh,
I don't know if that's gonna work.
it says the 32 bits are composed of 2 bytes for alpha, 2 for red, 2 for green, 2 for blue. Alpha is the leftmost, blue is the rightmost. So opaque green, which is 0xFF00FF00. I'm going to read this number is 4278
4278
2553
2553
60.
60.
I would say equals new color and put that as your parameter that you're passing in.
Okay. Still doesn't like that.
Okay, well, let me pull up the color class. And
Oh,
see.
you know what it is? I think I have to import color.
Oh, yeah.
Would that be the Java that alt or which one would that be?
Uh, I'm pulling it up.
I want to say that first one, but I'm not sure. Or let's see what he did. And oh well, oh it's all
It's
square.
AWT.
Yeah. Okay. Doesn't like that one for some reason.
Why does it not like that
It says it's out of range. Well, I got rid of the 0 and it worked, but I don't know if that's right.
one? Oh, you can actually use names.
So this one I could just type in like green. Would that work? Nope.
Let me press. That's weird. It does say that green is something you're allowed. Let me look at the constructor. So it says int RGB.
Int RGB.
Yeah, let me move this over to the other screen so that if anyone wants to. So here are all your constructors, and the only single parameter requires an int.
Int.
So let me look at black. Should we make black our default?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Let's see.
But if we change that to black, is it going to make every every shape that's drawn black, or is it? Well, I guess technically.
That's just the default. Just like everything else, you're defaulting to zeros.
Right, and then if it extends shape, it's already going to change it when it has its draw method. It's already going to have its own color. So I guess that's not.
And that's going to override it.
Yeah, it's going to override it. Yeah. I mean, then technically we could put any color there.
Right.
So. Well. I guess.
I wonder what happens if you just pass 0. Would that work for now, and then we can
Well, couldn't I
figure that
just?
out?
Here's what I did, and it looks like it's taking it. I just did a private color, and then just in parentheses, color dot black. And it seems
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So color dot some.
Colored. So that's probably how it's supposed to be used. So if I do.
all in caps. So I took out the new, and I just did parentheses color dot black. So I took out new color. Yep, and then just kept it capital or some parentheses, open parentheses, color dot black. So So put parentheses around that.
Around black?
Oh, around color, so capitalize color. And
Oh,
then, yep, so color dot black. And then just put parentheses around that whole statement right there.
this entire one?
Well, I guess it looks like, yeah, that, and then on the outside of that.
Okay, cool. Then
Does
that's
that work?
probably how. It looks like it accepts it. I just have to add. Well, let's see if I can still add these guys. Probably put an N in front of these. Oh, it's gonna work. Okay. I think all the shapes are gonna probably have to extend those classes too. Why is it doing that? Oh. That's weird. Oh, I have to add it up here too. What is it? Oh. So does it do that? What is going on?
I wonder if these guys got kicked out.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's weird. There we go. Hmm. I'll find those. Okay.
You need to change that last one to color and color. Oh, okay.
To which one?
Never mind. You got it.
No, it was something about the parser in order for it to parse. I put in the parameters and for some reason.
Can it not extract a color? Do you have to?
Maybe.
Because I was having trouble when I had my left, right, top, and bottom as ints. It wouldn't extract an int. It would extract a long. So I'm wondering if maybe it can't extract color.
That might be. Well, the error that it gives me is it says can change constructor to. Maybe it's something in the extract. Yeah, because it looks like it's a float. That's why. Because if it's a color, it's not gonna. It doesn't look like it's gonna accept color. So maybe I might have to change color to a. Color might just have to be another float as well, or I'm not sure.
Or what about overriding the extract method?
Um,
And first try to parse it to a color, and if it can't be parsed to a color, then extract it. I'm sorry, not override it, but maybe just change it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's. I would have to change something with extract. Maybe I could make it abstract. I don't know if that would work.
No, don't. No. If you make it abstract, then somebody has to inherit from it.
Yeah, that's true. Then what would it be?
So why don't you copy that, make another method that will extract a color.
So for.
So just make another method that's the same thing.
So like this.
Yeah, just completely copy it. And maybe call it color extract rather than just extract.
Color extract. And then when I just change this to
The color. Yeah, make that camel case probably on color extract. And then change your float.parseFloat to color.parseColor and see if that's even a. I haven't looked to see if that's even legit yet or not, but.
says change to.
Doesn't like that.
Doesn't like it.
Aren't we using this essentially as a string? Because we're passing a string into color.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't we just, instead of doing this, let's just do some shape.getColor that's toString.
Get.
So get rid of, just for now, just comment out 111 through 114. And then go up to your color and get rid of extract on just on the color line. And do get rid of the parentheses, the first one and the last one.
So these ones.
Just the print, yeah, those parentheses around that one.
I mean, like.
So put another one, put 2 at the end. Is that?
I mean, like 2 closed ones.
Yeah, you had 3. I just wanted to get rid of 1. So in between those, do dot toString. And then change your shape class,
My shape class.
shape.java, and have that take in, rather than taking in a color, have it take in a string in the constructor on line 16.
Oh, down here. When it says
Yeah.
instead of color, change it to...
Yeah, change it to a string. I don't know if we can do that.
I don't know. It doesn't... It looks like it wants me to change color
Oh,
to string in the private.
looks like he wants you to change what?
Like up...
Oh, down there.
Yeah, up here for the private. I mean, that...
So, line 25,
line 25.
surround in color. Use that as a parameter to a method called getColor.
So... You mean add it like that?
Yeah. Doesn't like that.
I mean, I don't think it would be that bad if it was kept, if color was just kept as a string, because I mean, it's going to be constant. It's not like it's going to have to be updated or anything, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. What error is it giving you there?
On here,
Yeah.
it says create method get color. Otherwise,
Do you have to do color.getColor? Because it's a static method?
I mean, like, you mean add it like,
No. Like you had it. But then at the very front of that, do capital color dot. There we go. Because it's a static method, so you have to call the class first.
not get black. So just like that. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha. And then I have to go into my shapes and change those ones.
Just change the line 7 to be a string.
It doesn't like all this.
That's because you haven't yet changed line. Do you need to change line? Let me think. You shouldn't have to change line. Line should use the same constructor.
No, I think it's because
Oh, yep. So why do we even have the constructor written in there? Can't we just use the super constructor?
why doesn't it like that? For some reason. Doesn't like it. Why doesn't...
Go back to shape.
Okay. It's only for those two, though. That's so weird. Oh, now it doesn't.
That's for everything.
Now it doesn't for everything.
Okay. Have you saved shape?
But what doesn't it like? Is it looks like. Hmm. Still isn't that. It always does this for me. Shape. Hmm. Why doesn't it like this? Oh, now it liked it. Okay. Weird.
That's all right. I was wondering if you hadn't saved it.
Yeah, I think that's what I do constantly. Okay. Um.
Okay, so what's it saying about that circle line? Have you saved that?
It looks like, yeah, it fixed it. I think
No, I mean that line there, line 50
on circle,
on shape parser. Back
or
where you were. Yeah, right there. Line 50.
line 50.
Yeah.
The constructor circle, undefined.
Uh,
Let's just see.
I think it's a parentheses issue. Hold on.
I have to get the string because it wants me to.
No, that's fine. You're passing a string on the next one.
Yeah.
Get rid of that comment. Click on your last parentheses. Just the last single one.
This one?
Yeah. Okay, it does match with that top one.
I think it's because there is some other type of method which I have to make it so that it takes a string.
Oh yeah, we commented that out. Oh no, we don't. No, you don't have to do it because any object should have a two-string method.
Right. Well, maybe if I'll just try seeing if I do. Oh, still.
Yeah, one more. One more parentheses at the end.
Oh, at the end. Oh,
Yeah.
no, it still doesn't like it.
No. Because that has to be a string, and extract returns a float.
Yeah.
Why can't it be a float?
Color.
Yeah. I mean, just make a new in your shape, like in your shape class.
I mean, just
Just
change.
get it. Just make it a float. Don't make it a color, because then when you send like set paint and like go to your circle class. You see that set paint in the draw method.
Yeah.
Just make that new color and then pass it in the integer or the
You mean just
float.
pass it like you mean something like this, like and
No, back out. Go back all the way. Back. Actually, I'll just share my thing real quick.
okay.
That's probably easier. This All right, you see this guy?
Okay. And you
Oh,
can pass in an int like that?
Yeah. So right here, so in the shape class, I defined this new method get col. So just get
Okay.
color, and
okay.
then I just made it a float value up here from the parser.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because then I just cast it as an integer, and it seems to be liking it.
Yeah, that was kind of my idea because I think what he wants us to do is that when it draws the shape, that it actually draws the color that was entered into that it parses from the JSON.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you just need to set the set paint or whatever to the color that whatever is associated with it.
Okay, that makes sense. So in
And actually, you might be able to send this a float. I'm not positive, but it looks like it's accepting this integer color.
yeah, the only
I mean, I think your guys' way might work, but this might just be easier.
Yeah.
yeah, actually, I kind of like the idea of just making it a float rather than
And then
adding
you only
this.
define what a color is once you want it with just new color.
Or you could also define it in the constructor, where you pass
Yeah,
in that float, but in the constructor you switch it. And that would make it more efficient than trying to redefine it every time you use it.
sure. Yeah, so there's just I see what you're saying. Sure.
Yeah,
So just do right there, try nColor.toString. Is that what you'd?
No, I'm saying if you
Oh, you can straight up
make
give it.
make color an integer, so private int col or color,
I mean like just
and then
make
just
one
cast it there. Yeah,
private color.
and just make that. I don't know. You make it 0. It doesn't matter. And then when you do color, just do color equals int and color. Would that not work?
I don't know if it'll let me
Well, that
parse.
would still be a float, right?
Um,
Because you're sending the end color is still a float from the parser.
let's see if it takes it. If I do extract.
Right. So
So
go
yeah, I think
back.
that's
Yeah, go back to
what's
your
that?
shape class
My shape. Um,
yeah, that you just closed. Line
I think you
16.
still got to send it a float.
Yeah, line 16. It needs to be passed in as a float,
um,
and then cast it on line
Typecast it.
5.
I mean over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, put that as an int.
I'll put this one as an int.
Yeah, just put it in parentheses.
Or
Put integer in parentheses. The int. Yeah. There you go.
oh, that looks like it works. I just have to change the classes.
Did you save it?
Yeah, that one's saved, but I gotta change it. Um,
Yeah, just change all those to float.
oh,
And then in your shape class, you need to make a new method like get color.
Let's change this one. So in the shape class here, you mean
Yeah, just make a new method like
public?
public int get float or get color.
Yeah, you'll need to do the same for your X, Y, and rotation as well.
Dang it. Yeah, I will. So this one would just be return color then.
Yeah, and then in your say if you go back to like circle or something.
You mean like change the where it says set paint or
Yeah, so instead of set paint or just do set paint equals new color. Well, you can keep it, but
I could just
it's just set
paint
paint
and
new
just
color.
this just be color.
No, back it out. It's all that. Get rid of it.
Oh, like
No,
this
no.
entire one.
Get rid of color dot end color.
Oh, like inside here.
Yeah, so now type new
And
space color, and then in parentheses get color. Parentheses. Yeah,
oh, okay. And then that way when it draws it, it'll draw in the color that was
I
parsed in.
believe so. Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. That makes
So now the
sense.
only thing is your parser looks like it's still not liking it.
I think it's let's see.
Yeah, what's it saying?
It's just saying the constructor square float, float, float. It only has 4. Because it's got left, top, right, bottom. What's it not
I was
like?
gonna say go back to your circle and see if it has all of them.
Yeah, it does.
It's just being a brat.
It's acting almost as though there's a closed parenthesis somewhere or a semicolon somewhere that I feel like you're.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
What does it say for square, for instance? Yeah, I would say I have to add those arguments, but for some reason.
Have you saved this right?
Yeah,
Okay.
circle should have been. Well, circle's going to be
Yeah.
saved now. But sort of even in shape.
Wait, can you go back to your circle real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. Hmm. All right, you can move around. Thanks.
Okay. Something about circle it doesn't like.
I don't think it's your. Maybe try collapsing it all onto one line and see if somewhere there's like.
You mean like, just like
Yeah,
one straight line?
yeah, and see if maybe somewhere you've missed a.
Yeah, it looks like it worked for me.
Why doesn't it like mine?
Maybe just try retyping that whole thing. I don't know.
Let's see. External. Yeah. Or maybe if I just hold on a second. Is this the right one? Yeah, this is. Oh, um, no, that wouldn't be it.
See,
No,
now it
that
looks
good.
fine.
All right.
Yeah, isn't Eclipse wonderful?
Yeah, it's just dandy. And then after this one.
So what is the rotation supposed to do?
Um,
That's just the um.
So
So we
like a circle, if you rotate it, it becomes like a clip, like an ellipse.
no, it's you know how if you grab an object in like Word or something, you can actually rotate it. So what it does is it's like
You're
the
just rotating.
offset. Yeah, it's the degrees of rotation. So your base would be that it starts at the top, left, right, and bottom, but then the rotation says the offset from where that top, left, right, and bottom
I get. So no matter how you rotate a circle, it's still gonna be the same.
Correct.
Okay, but then a square might become a diamond or something.
Right.
Gotcha. All right. So that, I mean, really has to be implemented in how you draw the shape itself.
Yeah.
That's why. Okay. So then with rotation, is that supposed to? Is that
Right
also?
now we're not. Right now we're not supposed to do anything other than actually display it.
Okay, gotcha.
So I think Graphics 2D actually has a rotate method.
Okay. I think this would be one of those things where, hmm, maybe even I don't even know if. Oh no, wait. I think he did. Yeah. Okay, I see it there. That makes sense. So rotation is like another part of the schema for the JSON file.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes sense. Because I thought it was going to be one of those things, like over here where it says like get width. Like I thought rotation was going to be based off of that, but maybe that might happen eventually, but not for now.
So I guess the only confusion I had was it says rotation speed. So does it continually rotate? And that we don't treat it as an offset, we just treat it as a speed.
Um, let's see what he says here. Rotation speed around z-axis. Z-axis minus plus slash minus float.
Yeah, so it can take a minus or a. So essentially, it can rotate left or right as fast as you want it to go. Like 0 is no rotation.
Maybe that the rotation's just like it's supposed to rotate every single time you move it some way, and that's just going to tell you like like if it's like a square, like if different squares have different rotations in there. One of them's gonna spin over, so like one of them, I guess, like would transform into a diamond a lot more quickly than a um, than a than like another square that had like a slower rotation or
Sure, I guess I need to kind of dive into how the rotate method works. But so essentially, then you need like in your updater, you have to update your rotation.
yeah. But I guess
So I
that would
guess
be updated. I guess it would be updated every single time. Like, if you hit like left, it's gonna rotate how many
exactly.
other places. Like, if it was like a clock, like if you had it like at 2, it would go up like 2 ticks rather than the other one.
Sure, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's the
So
way
then,
that I was thinking of it.
in your shape, do you need another like a private type or something that is then I don't know rotation angle or rotation? Because what you send in right now is the speed at which it rotates. So the actual rotation is going to be that speed times something. I don't know. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah, that makes sense.
I guess I just don't know how rotate or what rotate method wants.
He didn't actually say to do anything with it.
Okay.
He's just defining it. I don't know that he's actually saying to do anything with it yet.
Okay, gotcha.
He just said add the new properties.
Gotcha. Okay. So the only real big display thing that we need to do is just display the shapes.
I think right now maybe Well, it depends on if you're displaying it GUI or displaying it text.
So I've just been using the template that he's provided us, so the whole
Where,
GUI thing.
where he just prints everything out?
Yeah, I mean, if you run the Homework 2 template, you actually get, I mean, before you guys started like messing with it a little bit, but if you just implement it right away,
Uh-huh.
it actually draws out like 5 shapes.
Oh, okay.
So I'm thinking that is all he really wants us to do, plus implement these new properties.
Yeah,
Right.
I think that when it draws like those items, yeah, we just have the so that when it draws in the shapes, like we'll create a triangle, and
Yeah,
then also um, have it. We'll add like a random color, and then whenever it draws it, it'll draw whatever that color that we put in there. So that
sure.
Right.
But we don't need to implement the XY or the color or the rotation or anything like that. We just need to have it in there.
yeah, I think we just have to add it as a parameter or part of
Gotcha.
the lemma towards the JSON so that it
Sure,
takes
sure.
that parses that in. But I
Gotcha.
don't think we have to do anything with it. So
Oh, yeah, cool. That makes sense.
yeah.
So with the XY, so I know he said you don't have to implement it right now, but is that just going to be like if we move up or down, that's how many spaces it moves?
Yeah,
I'm thinking,
that's
but
what.
no, I'm thinking, but it's kind of weird that you would initialize that then.
If one's a faster moving object horizontally and one's a faster moving object vertically, you would go ahead
Oh,
and
then
Yeah,
in the actual move
that's
left.
what I'm thinking. Sort of like how the rotation is moving left or right. I think that's just going to be a constant if you move forward or backward.
So
But
in your move left, move up, move down, whatever, you have to actually reference the XY.
yeah, I think that's
yeah.
what we're going to probably have to do.
Okay. That's not too bad then. That makes sense.
I think that's what we're going to have to do probably for the next homework assignment.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Cool.
But
Yeah, have you guys had issues with the? How'd you guys get um, the custom panel to work out on the template?
It
And
should.
mine firing all kinds of red lines here.
oh,
Is that a library problem? Did you import the project?
Yeah,
And then if you did you try re-importing the libraries?
yeah. Let me do that real quick.
Yeah. So if you actually just right click on your or you have to do the build path and you have to like source the build path and whatnot. I keep getting that issue too.
Yeah, Allison and I went through this last Sunday too.
Yeah. So what I've found is if you go to if you right click the project and go to build path and then like configure build path. Do you see like the red asterisk or anything next to the libraries you have?
Nope.
Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, that's the one problem I've had with that, but if that's not your problem, I'm not too positive.
Yeah, let me play with it.
You want to share your screen so we can see what you're looking at?
Sure. I'm working with a Mac here, so it's kind of.
Sure.
that's fine.
Where is that guy?
I think on the side there should be a share screen or something, and then you can select whatever window you have open.
What do you guys see here?
Yeah, I can see yours.
So if you go back to the actual code, see what it says as far as a
See this?
oh no, it went away.
Yeah.
Shucks. Okay. Hold on. You see it now?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, and the
This is the
Oh, so
only.
you're only getting that custom panel problem. Okay.
that's
Yeah.
interesting. There's what does
When
it
you're
So I
say?
open,
played with it in the I did this and changed everything to JPanel, and then it went away except for one thing. But I'm not sure that that's what he wanted us to do. So
Did you change the name of this of like this compilation, or did you change like the name of the class?
no.
Oh, that's weird that it would do that. If you click on it, does it tell you what the error is?
Yeah, if you hover over or something.
Yeah, I'm hovering over now. Can you guys see that?
No, what's it saying?
All right, so it just gives me three options: change to JPanel, which is the JVax.swing implementation, I guess, and then add type parameter JCustomPanel to. Maybe I should do that.
Oh, well, now it looks like it went away.
So,
New J scroll.
now it's saying can't instantiate the JCustomPanel for everything else.
Does it need a parameter on line 20?
Come on, man.
I mean, line 120.
Oh, sorry.
My bad. My bad.
No. I mean, you guys are using the same template, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any of this stuff? I'm trying to figure out why it's worked for you guys. I'm having issues.
That's
I
right.
had too many issues, so I just built. Last week, I was in a hurry, so I just built my own like command line print to screen. It was bad.
That's what I ended up doing too. I couldn't copy his files over, so I just built all new files.
Yeah.
So maybe that's my problem.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, you shouldn't have any issues with that. It's weird.
Huh. Yeah, I'll keep playing with it, but I can't draw anything until I figure this out.
Yeah. Did you just like copy and paste like his files into like a new like class or?
Yeah, that's what I did here.
Okay, that's what. Yeah, I tried doing that one time for something else, and it didn't like that when I did it for some reason.
In the JCustomPanel class, are you having any problems in that? So if you go to your Project Explorer or whatever, the actual class, the JCustomPanel class,
Where is that?
go down, right there, down to the left.
To the left of line 52.
Ah,
There
okay.
you go.
Just look at it.
If you open that up,
I got nothing in there.
That's
There's
probably
Brian.
not working.
That's it.
Did you just copy and make new files because you didn't know how to? Because with the folder that he sent you, you can actually open that up and make it in.
Yeah, I'm showing my underwear here.
Or,
My novice.
no, it's cool. Trust me, I'm very new to all this stuff too. But
Yeah.
did
If
you get?
I copied everything else over but that one.
Gotcha.
Look at that. All right, we're good. We're back in business here. All right.
Well, the one thing I was going to say that you could do is if you have like a folder, you can open that up as a Java project, and you won't have to like copy and paste all that stuff into there. Do you have Eclipse Neon, or is it?
Yeah, I have Neon.
Because at the top, like I think I could show you like on my screen, like I mean I'm using the Windows, but over here on the side, if you hit File and then you hit Open Projects from File System.
Mm-hmm.
And you hit directory, and then like you just go down to wherever that folder is. You can just open it up, and it'll open up as a project and already have all the classes in there. You won't have to copy and paste all the text and everything.
Nice. I will do that for next time.
Yeah, I did that because I have two computers. I have a desktop and I have a Mac, and I know you could still do it on the Mac too. So
Yeah, and in my I got the virtual machine on this thing, so I could always go to the Windows side just to make it easy. But I like them. All right, we're good. Appreciate it.
Yep.
And that should work.
Then all right, guys, I actually got to get going, but appreciate it. If you guys have any questions or whatnot, you can always email me.
All right, sounds good. Thanks a lot, man.
Now I'm about to head out too.
All right. Have a good one, guys.
Good one, guys.
Yeah.
All right, then I'll stop this and then I'll let people know where they can view it. All right.
All right.
Sweet. Appreciate you.
Thanks for setting it up.
Yeah, no problem. You guys have a good day. Bye.
You too, man.
Yeah.